Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. We just confronted Carla, defeated her. She summoned a copy of the ancient warrior Saint Flaus. We defeated that. And now let's see what they were guarding. Probably another soul, if I were to guess. Well, we've got a whole lot of zombies in our way. Alright, we got the Soul of Parn. The Soul of a Knight. No, I guess it doesn't just show a generic image after all. I guess just everybody in this adventuring party is super ripped then. Fair enough, I guess you'd expect fantasy adventurers to be in pretty good shape. How many souls have we even collected at this point? I guess we can see if we yet have enough of them to operate that elevator. The soul elevator. Oh boy, we have to operate this thing again. This is probably the hardest to operate elevator in the game. Just because the cog is freaking off screen. And also at that angle, it's really hard to hit it to make it go up instead of down. Like, surprisingly really hard. There we go. Once you get to this point, it's not hard. But getting it to rise initially is a little difficult. Okay, get wrecked, stupid zombies. Aw, he died before I could do the cool ricochet shot on him. Well, it's this or bust, so let's hope we have enough souls now. Perfect. More of that weird static effect. Like I said, there's all kinds of hints as to what's going on here. You who dare descend into the depths of the abyss, if that is what you wish, I shall happily oblige. I mean, I don't know. Apparently that's what we want. We're just trying to progress further in the game, weird creepy voice. We have no idea what's going on. Pretty cool the way the platform turns into a Chaos Emerald, though. That's really nifty. Get out of here. More shades, it appears. There we go. Will-O-Wisp makes short... Never mind! Will-O-Wisp doesn't make short work of all of them. Get wrecked. Nah, dang it. I should have just stayed in fire form. I was going to try to be fancy and really quickly switch to Sylph form and hover over it. Also, I forgot it's immune to fire. Oh god, we are getting wrecked. Let's just get out of here. God, that was awful. That was just abysmally poor play. I'm sorry you had to watch that. That was a little embarrassing. Sometimes that happens, like... Your brain just gets really cross-wired, and then you just get stuck in a bad situation. Alright, got another teleporter. I don't think we've really gotten any new abilities or unlocked any new door colors, so I don't think there's any need to backtrack to look for secrets yet. We just got to where we could operate the elevator. Okay, that went pretty poorly. Let's try fire. Let's try fire, and let's try to actually be on target. There. Ha! Jumped over it. Get wrecked, Ethnoa. Okay, yeah, so clearly we're going to get a super jump, which is going to let us explore that area below us. In fact, I remember that that's the case, so that's not just conjecture either. Oh, looks like it's time for another boss battle. Are we about to fight Carla again? I think we might. Not positive, though. And yeah, so this little bit of dialogue here is basically summarizing Carla's motivation. Like I said, she's sort of a parasitic spirit that jumps from body to body, so she's immortal, and I don't remember the details, but basically she has concluded that if any one side becomes dominant, then it will take over and cause everything to go to hell. So the solution is to keep all the different sides continually fighting each other so that nobody ever gains dominion. I think that's the case. So it's sort of the most literalistic interpretation of the true neutral alignment in the hands of a powerful megalomaniac is sort of how Carla works. She makes me think a little bit of like Mordenkainen from the Greyhawk mythos, as another D&D reference. Anyway, half of you at least probably don't even know what I'm talking about, so let's just continue with the dialogue. But yeah, all this dialogue is sort of alluding to that as Carla's motivation. Deedlit's not having any of it, so we get to fight Carla again. I think this fight is very similar to the first one. Alright, fire. Let's remember that we're currently in the fire element. I didn't see that one. Okay, this fight isn't exactly the same as the first one. She does seem to have some new tricks. This one's not new, but that fire stream from before was new. I do like how this fight certainly kind of shows how Carla is a powerful sorceress. You certainly get the idea that she has a lot of really potent magic to throw at us, and is a master of all kinds of powerful spells. Now she's going to summon something else for us to fight. Another exhibitionist! It's the Demon God, which is vulnerable to dark magic, which I don't think I have any right now. I feel like the first time I did this playthrough, I had some dark magic to throw at her, which makes this fight a whole lot easier. In fact, I might have a lot more trouble with this fight without dark magic or a dark weapon to use. Interesting. So is that a secret that I got the first time that I failed to get this time, or was it a random drop? I'm debating whether I want to try to backtrack to find it, or to just try to do this fight the hard way. I guess we'll just try to do it the hard way. Give ourselves a challenge. Honestly, if you have dark magic, it does such insane damage to the Demon God, which I still find really strange and unintuitive, but that's the way it works. You can kind of just spam it at her and trivialize the fight, and not really have to learn her patterns. So I never really tried to learn her patterns the first time. I guess this time I will actually have to do so. Okay, we're full health this time. Why is even the demon god sexy? Why are all the monster girls sexy in this world? Well, I guess she does sort of have goat legs. That's a little bit less sexy. Okay, we're doing all right. In fact, we're doing quite well, aren't we? We're low on mana points, though, now, so that's going to be a problem. Okay, we did it. That wasn't so bad. Get out of here, demon god. Take your goat legs to some kind of goat rodeo. What am I even saying? Ooh, Carl is actually getting a little worn out this time. So yeah, Demon God is from the same set of stories as Flaus. Like I said, Flaus defeated that Demon God right there. But I only know that from reading up on the lore online, because that never happened in the animated series that I watched. Looks like we're moving on to a new area. This maybe would have been the optimal point to end the last video, but I didn't remember the exact pacing of everything, so we'll just carry on, because this video has not been happening for very long at all. Okay, that's really embarrassing. A goblin shaman just got in a hit on us. I think I accidentally uncovered a secret there. A hit point up, excellent. So, this track isn't bad in and of itself, although that guitarish instrument is a little screechy. And this part's pretty cool. It certainly sounds intense. Whoa! Okay, that Valkyrie is going crazy. At least the Valkyrie actually wears clothes. I don't know that that armor is very protective when it's so midriff revealing, but hey. At least she's not showing off her boobs like all the other monster girls are. Alright, we got a new spell. It is Ilk. Or Jin. He was Ilk before, now he's Jin. It costs a lot of MP, and it's not really that much better than Will-O-Wisp under most circumstances, so we won't be bothering with it very much. But yeah, clearly the Valkyries, like all the other monster girls, are babes too, but they're also trying to kill us. So we will destroy them. All who oppose us must fall. Whoa, I almost jumped into that thing. The Sandworm. This is another music track that sounds ridiculously loud in my headphones. Do either of these directions immediately lead to a save point or anything? This one does. Glad I checked. And there's something behind the save point. It's a Minotaur! Wah! Hey, thanks for revealing that secret, buddy. He sure looks scary. I tried to slide under him, but it didn't work out too well. Despite the fact that I'm sure I hit the down button, it had me jump instead of slide. Anyway, we got a new bow. The Magician, a bow that can fire 5 arrows at once, so it has even more spread than Hat Trick. We'll certainly switch to that. Ow. Ow. Well done to me. Well fought. In a confined space, that guy's not so easy to fight. I should just slide under him. Yeah, I don't like the screechy guitar part of this track quite as much. The rest of it's pretty cool. Hey, it's Parn. Oh, and Pyrotess uses the magic sword Carla gave her to stab Parn in the back. Parn is dead. Alright, so apparently she's going to do some kind of ceremony to revive Ashram, which required her to sacrifice Parn. Deedlit's very sad. As the players, it's probably easy for us to figure out that, strictly speaking, none of this is exactly happening. So, Parn did not, in fact, just get killed. Which kind of takes away from the drama of the moment. Because as the player, we're not fooled by this. You would think Parn being Deedlit's beloved, she would take a moment to bury him instead of just leaving his corpse lying here. But no, she is so blinded by fury, she's just going to run off after Pyrotess to destroy her immediately. Rather than following Pyrotess right away, we're going to explore a bit. Ow. Looks like the giant scorpion is vulnerable to fire, surprisingly, so we'll stick on Salamander for this. Yeah, that guy's immune to fire. Kind of figured he would be. We do not yet have the jump height we need for that, so we'll be back. Now this part of the theme is awesome. Very epic sounding. I like it a lot. Oh, I remember this room. We'll come back to this room later. It's one of the hardest rooms in the game. It's a pain. The random enemies actually start becoming threatening here. Alright, we don't yet have anything for water breathing, so it looks like we're following Pyrotess next. Ow. I see you down there. But apparently my wisps don't. Fine. Not sure what I even hit there. I guess I jumped too close to one of the enemies and took contact damage. The sandworm, perhaps. Okay, so looks like the wisp is not effective against... Damn it! Just die, would you? Against the Valkyrie. Okay. So he teleported away, and so we didn't even kill him, and while we were trying to deal with the Dark Elf, the Scorpion hit us. That was a success all around. Nice try. And now I'm out of mana points. Alright, I thought this might be a save point or something. There. We uncovered another secret. Looks like a Sylph upgrade. It is indeed a Sylph upgrade. Alright, so this is a little tricky. There we go. This looks like it'll let us go through the water. Some kind of mermaid figurine. Excellent. Damn it, screwed that up. Oh, come on. Oh, lame. Ugh. There was no reason for me to struggle so much with that. I do like the spread shot of the magician bow. Very nice. I barely even have to aim. Okay, red door, which we have not yet unlocked. Look at the background. Look at that gravity-defying stone bridge section. That's weird. But clearly this weird place can just do whatever it wants. Okay, so this is basically just a shortcut for us. I don't know if there's much reason for us to take it. Well, like I said, it is a shortcut, so I guess that's reason enough, because I think we do want to go back there. Hey you, come over here. Good enough. The master mummies do fire wind magic, so just switch to your wind form and you'll be immune to it. So we have a couple ways we can go. Was this the pain in the butt room? Yep, it sure is. Well, it looks like we don't have much choice. Well, they kind of double-teamed me. I dodged one, but there wasn't much I could do to dodge the other. Oh god, his charge has incredible range. Didn't realize he would charge that far. Let's go ahead and recharge our hit points a bit. Look at little salamander, he's so cute. He's like a pet. Okay, I could have just restored my hit points at that, so that was a waste of time. Oh god, I'm just so overwhelmed. There's so many enemies that I have to look at the same time. Damn it. I swear I was not within the hit range of that, but apparently I was. God, there are too many enemies. Too many freaking enemies at once. You die. Minotaur is dead. Okay, Mummy is dead. Scorpion is dead. How are you still alive? Freaking Wisp didn't even hit you. Okay. Alright, we're making progress. No! Damn it! I just want to get onto your platform! God! Oh, this room frustrates me. It frustrated me the first playthrough as well. I just want to get up there. Die. Thank you. God! This room is very annoyingly designed. It's designed in a way that I find quite frustrating. Alright, so even if we had come here earlier, we would have been stopped by this, because we need the water breathing. The mermaid statue. Freaking magnet. There. Well, let's shoot it again. There, 2 shots just to be sure. Okay. Boss fight in that room. So, usual protocol, we explore everything else first. Okay. Can't go that way, blocked by red door. And here we've got a save point. Some meat to recharge our spirit. And another teleporter. Alright, time for the boss battle, I reckon. I forget, is it Pyrotess? But didn't she run in the other direction? So I wouldn't think it would be her. No, I think it's Narse next, isn't it? Yeah, this is Narse. Narse is the black dragon. I don't really remember much else about him except that he's the black dragon. Once again, just a lot of cryptic dialogue that doesn't really mean much. Except that kinda, like I said, it's kinda easy to infer the plot. And all the cryptic dialogue sort of obliquely gets at it, but other than that... Alright, well, get wrecked, Narse. You have bad breath, so how dare you roar in my face. Okay, I was already on fire. I forgot that I was already on fire. Therefore took an unnecessary hit, but it doesn't really matter. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Again, the boss fights in this game are really fun. I really enjoy them a lot. They're the highlight of this game. They're super enjoyable. Can these even hit me while I'm in the air? Okay, yes they can. So can Narse himself. We are nearly dead. We're dead. Okay. Yeah, I seem to recall I'm pretty weak against that attack. I'm bad at dodging it. Where he just rains destruction down and then lands on you. Let's see if we can do better this time. That was a poor showing, it must be said. Let's try again and see if we can redeem ourselves. Seriously, dude, try some breath freshener. Alright, this time I'll remember that I'm already on fire. Honestly, there was no reason for me to be fancy and get under his neck when he lunged. That was just pointlessly dangerous. I'm referring to the first fight, obviously. I don't really know a good way to dodge that attack. And I forgot about that. I remembered it a split second too late. I just don't know how to dodge these raining from the sky attacks. Alright, good. Regen some hit points, because we're hurting. Oh, oh god. Okay, he's dead. Again, not the cleanest win, but a win is a win. Does this take us straight to a new item or anything? Yeah. Unlock the red doors. That's going to give us a lot of new places to go. We get a new weapon, mechanical. It is strictly better than the boomerang. Except that it doesn't have the range, but its stats are better. Alright, well, we have defeated Narts the Black Dragon. Well done to us. We have unlocked the red doors. Now we can breathe underwater. Not that there's many places where the breathing underwater is useful. I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode there. Next time, we see what opening the red doors allows us to explore next. Hopefully, you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.